Hello and welcome to Simply Sport with me Neeraj Prabhu. Happy New Year to all the viewers of Prudent. 2011 is history and we have stepped into 2012. This is the time when we relive the memories of year gone by and also look forward to the promise of the new year. In today's program, we will look back at some of the most important events of the last 12 months. The first month of the year is always an exciting time. We got the year started with high voltage 2020 action in the form of Goa Professional League T20. PVG Warriors Al Fatah surprised many to win the title. Take a look.
Electing to bat first in the finals, Dempo Cricket Club had to be watchful in the initial stages of the match. With wickets falling at the one end, Swapnil Asnodkar curbed his attacking instincts a bit. The key partnership of the inning was the one between Swapnil and wicketkeeper Keenan Vaz. The duo put on 49 runs for the third wicket. Al Fatah bowled with fair bit of discipline, but the one over from Sahil Duri cost them 18 runs and gave momentum to Dempos. Dempo put up a challenging total of 151 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. Keenan was the top scorer for Dempo with 43 runs. He had also played a crucial knock of 56 runs in the semi-finals. Led by Sahil Duri, PVG Warriors Al Fatah strode out for their chase in the all-important final and made an aggressive start. But they lost momentum quickly after a string of dismissals and slipped to 34 for the loss of 4 wickets in 4.1 overs. But that was a stage for the most expensive player of the GPL, Sher Bahadur Yadav, to come to the party. And obliged he did. The Ranji all-rounder played a fantastic half-century knock to inspire the Al Fatah fight back. Along with an important contribution of unbeaten 39 runs from Gajanan Asgaonkar, the Warriors crossed the finish line. Gajanan was named the man of the match. Sher Bahadur Yadav was declared as the man of the series.
We are all anticipating Goa to host the national games in some point of time. As we all know, the dates for the national games are never carved out on the stone. I mean, it's a common thing for the dates to postpone for years together. As of now, Goa is supposed to host the games in 2014. But even that's a matter of speculation, as lots of new infrastructure has to be created. However, Goa can certainly look up to match the facilities we saw in February last year in Jharkhand.
Right from the beginning, we have been saying that the facilities we require to put up have to be of national, international standard. And state like Jharkhand is shown the way. It is for Goa to emulate, maybe try and emulate Jharkhand in terms of sports infrastructure, in terms of the academies they have set up, in terms of the facilities they have extended to sports persons.
Goa produced their best ever performance games. Talasha Prabhu gave a great display and won 5 medals including 2 gold medals. The state taekwondo team won 6 medals including 2 gold medals. Steffi Cardozo won a bronze medal in shot put.
The sports policy which came into force in 2009 came in for some criticism in the last year. This led to the authorities to come together and amend some of its clauses. The policy was fine-tuned later in the year, but it was in March last year that the authorities had to bend down to the possibility of amending the sports policy.
Club sport and the association sports. Whatever doubts our critics or detractors, whoever, whatever you may call them, have raised, have no place. Goa has excellent club network, pyramid. The club sport and the association sport has come to stay. It is the most important component of Goan sport.
Media quizzed the administrators about the clash of DSY's structure with the SAG's mode of conducting various sports competitions. This has opened a possibility of a policy review.
Here in your sports policy, Taluka 5,
Yes,
District 10.
it is imperative.
It obviously means that everybody
Has to.
No.
Everyone.
everybody should have this structure.
Impossible.
Now, if there is no such a structure, the games which do only state, those students will benefit unduly.
Yes, so that is the problem.
And this is the matter of discussion.
This is the problem which is now coming up.
Yes.
Do you believe there has to be a review since the sport policy was formed 2 years ago?
It was done in a hurry. We tried to push it off last year to give the benefit.
But Secretary General of Goa Olympic Association Gurudatta Bhakta is firm that time to interpret the sports policy is gone.
This policy was kept in the Sports Authority of Goa for review by the people of the state. All this was considered and discussed at various general body meetings. This was thoroughly discussed. All changes were made based on the inputs received from the people and from various state associations. After that, this policy has now come. The time for interpretation is over. Today what is happening is, the principal of the school, whoever we are referring to, is trying to interpret this policy. No, GOI doesn't agree to this at all. We do not want to duplicate the work of the department or the Sports Authority of Goa. They are already doing it at the taluka level and district level. Now why should we duplicate this? It's not that lack of manpower. Associations are capable. All may not be. But why should there be duplication when an opportunity for everybody is given by the association?
The sports policy can only be reviewed if there is a genuine need.
Goa is a force in football at the national level. Then how can its premier clubs not bolster this tag? Churchill Brothers did the state proud by being the only Goan club to win back-to-back IFA Shield titles from the home of West Bengal Giants in April last year.
On Thursday evening, Churchill Brothers came from behind to script a 2-1 impressive victory over local favourites Mohun Bagan. Returning after an injury problem, captain Odafe Okoli inspired the side by getting the equalizer in the second half. Churchill had also won the IFA title last year to become first Goan club to do so. Fans awaited the arrival of the team at the airport since early afternoon. The champion team arrived home to a warm welcome at the Daboli airport on Friday afternoon. Patron Churchill Alemao hailed the performance of the team but stopped short of targeting the I-League title.
This is the trophy. Salangar and Tempo tried a lot, many times, not got it in Goa. Last year we got and this year also we got. It's a big crowd for the Goans and the Churchill Brothers and family, and also all of the India level. Better in the best. After tomorrow is a game.
In football circles, year 2011 will be remembered for the resurgence of once mighty Sargaonkar Sports Club. The Green Brigade, as it is called in the local media, were at their stunning best and won the prestigious I-League title against all odds. It was unbelievable that Sargaonkar were the champions after surviving relegation in the preceding season. I do not know whether anywhere in the world a team has gone on to become league champions after surviving the drop in the immediate last season like Sargaonkar have done. Hats off to coach Karim Bancharifa, his support staff and all the players for this tremendous triumph.
Sargaonkar Sports Club have thus recaptured their former glory with title victory in the National Football League. The Green Brigade had struggled in the last decade to match their high standards of the past. They were almost relegated last season, but Karim Bancharifa answered their SOS call and kept them in the Premier Division. This campaign is even more astonishing because Bancharifa has transformed the strugglers into champions. Sargaonkar had gone into this away match just needing a point. However, goals in each half by Francis Fernandes and Yakubu Yusuf ensured that Sargaonkar will return from Ludhiana to Daboli to a heroic welcome befitting for the champions.
The Bandodkar football ground is history ever since it was flattened in 2004. Football fraternity is still mourning the politicians' failure to keep their promise of restoring the stadium. The cries to rebuild the stadium got stronger in June last year as Ponjekars are suffering due to lack of top-class football facility. A football tournament at this historic ground received good response.
On the background of Sunday's five-a-side football tiebreaker at the Bandodkar ground, representatives of various organizations addressed a press conference to express solidarity and flay the opponents of the stadium. A fine response is building up for the tournament, which in itself is a strong statement.
When we announced our tiebreaker tournament in support of the proposed stadium, we have received teams from Kampar, teams from Miramar and teams from Santines adjoining areas. We have received exactly opposite the stadium is the Guardian area, and we have received almost 4 teams from that area itself.
Councillor Surendra Fatado backed the GSIDC design for the stadium, and there was consensus that there should be no alternate venue for the erstwhile Bandodkar stadium.
This stadium project is going to be taken up by the GSIDC for a project of 13 crores. Plans have been approved. There's only a note to be taken from the Chief Minister. I spoke to the Chief Minister when he was in Delhi. He said, Surendra, when I come down, we'll sit and discuss.
See, since everything is drawn up for this ground and now it is taking years, I think we should go ahead with this ground and not go to the parade ground. Let the parade ground remain as it is as a parade ground and let it remain clear, free from everything else. Otherwise, we'll be building the plans and 10 years hence we'll still be sitting here without a stadium. I think in 10 months our stadium should be already standing up if we press the thing now that the iron is hot.
Hilary Fernandez, Manoj Patil and Kampal resident Michael Ribeiro also expressed support for the stadium rebuilding.
In many ways, last year was a very successful one for swimming sensation Talasha Prabhu. Talasha emerged as the fastest swimmer at the national level and is now one of the most important members in the Indian team. Talasha is no doubt Goa's most valuable sportsperson as she collected a cheque for a whopping 14,38,000 rupees in Sports Authority of Goa's cash awards in July.
Talasha, who was recently presented the Dilip Sardesai Sports Excellence Award, proved that she is Goa's most valuable sportsperson. Currently training in Bangalore, Talasha is striving to qualify for London Olympics. For her superb performance over the last 2 seasons, Talasha became richer by 14,38,000, while yoga star Nehan Acharya came to distant second, collecting 6,25,000 rupees. Taekwondo star P. Anand took home a handsome 5,70,000 rupees. Chief Minister Digambar Kamath and Sports Minister Babu Asgaonkar praised the players for bringing glory to the state. SAG Executive Director V.M. Prabhudesai stressed on discipline as an essential part of sport.
No sports person is bigger than the association, and perhaps no association is bigger than the Sports Authority of Goa or the Government of Goa. With these things made very clear, I'm sure the association would see to it that more and more sports persons not only join sports, but they maintain proper discipline on and off the ground. I'm saying this on the backdrop of the drug scandal which we have been hearing and we have been seeing. So I'm sure the association would take utmost care about their sports person when they especially go into Indian teams and they are in the camp for a longer period of time. There are chances that the senior coaches, the Indian coaches or the officials connected with the federation may force the athletes to consume some drugs or anabolic steroids or beta blockers or which are banned substances.